Wake up with some coffee and some tea.
Yo, I listen to it every day.
It's the hottest topics of the day on The Morning Kiss with Dominique Blake, only on Kiss 105.3 and 1340.
We are back. Thank you guys for tuning into Morning Kiss. Guys, we're going to jump into these hot topics. We're going to get the serious topics out the way first and then get to the absolute mind-boggling topics after, because I can't believe the things that we're about to report today. So the first one, it's a Democratic takeover for Washington right now. According to Politico.com, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, in a statement, promised unified Democratic Party will advance extraordinary progress in months ahead. And I'm hopeful. I definitely want to believe her. And, we've been really putting in the work to make sure with voting and doing all the groundwork as citizens to make sure that we can live through this time in the most successful way possible. So Georgia was the state that pulled through to make that happen. It's been almost 30 years since the Democratic Party has been in the driving seat of Senate. One person that has effected extraordinary change is Miss Stacey Abrams. Abrams is an American politician who has been the driving force behind the organization and the success of the state of Georgia, unifying and getting people to vote in record numbers. She showed up for the presidential election and now for the takeover of the Democratic Party in Senate. So shout out to Stacey Abrams and all the fantastic work that she's doing for positive change in this country. It's certainly needed now more than ever. So you guys, I want to know, now that the Democratic Party is back in control of the Senate, finally, after 30 years, how do you think this will play out with Trump supporters? We've all seen what happens, with how they behave when they don't get what they want and they get upset. It's like watching a toddler, throw a tantrum, but across the nation. So, how do you guys think that this is going to go? How do you think it's going to go?
I have no idea.
Man,
join the club.
I just got to be honest. I'm dying. I got my popcorn. I know that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is, again, we just continue to live in some very interesting times. And with the change of control, as it concerns political parties, I just really hope that, things do trend in a positive way for everybody, not just one group of people. I want to see us all doing better and kind of return to some type of sanity, and hopefully that can happen, but we'll see.
I want to see people being elected, for the right causes. I want to see laws being changed and not people chasing cops with, podiums and and rifles running through Capitol Hill. Can we get the good stuff trending? Because this is not it. This is not the move. Well, Erica, how do you feel about what's happening?
It's rumored to be said that the gentleman sitting in the chair with his feet up on the desk is from Northwest Arkansas.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I've been getting that.
Let's not feed,
Right, we're
not giving him any more attention.
We're not going to give him any publicity.
I just think there's just a whole mockery made of the situation. And we saw the law enforcement and the backup that was going on during the BLM movement, and to see the cops physically open the barricades and the gates.
They were taking selfies with them. It was as if their guns did not work.
This is obnoxious, and it's okay. We don't want to fight violence with violence, but we don't want you guys to kill the opposing party the way that innocent lives are taken. We don't want you to take the innocent lives anymore when they're doing the same things.
The National Guards came out for the BLM movement.
Yeah, well, it took 4 hours to get the military out there.
Right.
In D.C. on Capitol Hill.
Right.
Come on.
But, for me, I honestly think that now that, the Dems are back in control of the Senate, I want to say that.
Sorry, I got off topic there.
No, that's all right. This is all a part of it. I really want to see some positive change, and I'm with people like Stacey Abrams and a lot of people that are just conscious of what's going on, and they stay persistent at pressing and pressing and pressing. This is what the agenda was supposed to be a long time ago. Mm-hmm. We've tried all the ways. We've tried silent protesting. We've tried all the things. So what's a blessing, Sosa? We have the opportunity to really contrast and compare what it is without years going by, right?
Yeah, side by side.
It's side by side, literally. And everything is in social media now, so it's difficult to hide and just to be covert with a lot of different things. So my second question pertaining to this, do you guys think laws will be changed to be more inclusive of all groups of people?
Well, I mean, I believe so.
Okay.
I believe so. I think if it was going to happen, if some people, the agendas that they were preaching, trying to get elected and, win the votes and hearts of people, if they stick to their guns, we should see something like that happen, especially with the shift in power, both houses, the presidency, all that stuff. I mean, I'm looking to see what actually happens.
Yeah, you know what? This is we're going to really be able to carry them to the cross and kind of nail them in a way. The pressure is on. If it wasn't on before, it's definitely on now. Erica, do you think laws are going to be changed and like kind of be more inclusive of all groups of people?
I don't understand now where the laws are not, legally all inclusive. Now, who's practicing them? Right. I think that may change for there to be more, inclusiveness associated with that or less discrimination, etc.
I'm going to tell you when my jaws dropped to the floor, and I've always been an advocate of, wanting laws to be changed, modified, or inclusive and applied to everybody. Mm-hmm. But when I watched last week, when they never said anything about looting, somebody has the podium for sale on eBay for about $4,500 or was it $450? Wow. It doesn't even matter, right? That is looting, taking property that is not yours out of Capitol Hill, right? And not one person was tased. So you tell me, the laws are very different for darker complected people, and that's a fact. So there's nobody that can argue that right now. And just the fact, what kind of example are we setting for people in other countries?
That's the part that worries me the most. Well, maybe not the most, but it's very high up there on the list.
Al-Qaeda's sitting like, all we got to do is just...
Yeah, we look like some suckers right now. we look like a sitting duck.
Yeah,
and
we look compromised.
Concerns me. That concerns me.
Yeah. So, it's very interesting. All right, so we're going to move on. The second hot topic is Cardi B. We're talking Cardi B, guys. So Cardi B turns down for Culture. So if you guys are wondering who Culture is Cardi B's daughter. She's actually a beautiful child. But, contrary to popular belief, Cardi B apparently does not allow her daughter Culture to listen to her music. Is that surprising to you? Well, listen, it surprised a lot of people. Cardi was actually on live stream listening to WAP, and her daughter walked in the room. Cardi immediately stops and turns the music off, and she explained that it's not appropriate for a child to listen to. Is that funny? Is that hilarious?
That is interesting.
Okay, so some people thought it was funny, some people thought it was interesting, and some people were just like, oh no. So a lot of people took to social media saying, you make that music for everybody else's daughter to listen to, but not your daughter. And Cardi fired back saying she doesn't make music for kids. She makes music for adults, and parents are responsible for what their children listen to or see. All right, so I'm going to start with you, Erica. Do you agree with Cardi, or are you agreeing with people on the social media?
No, I 100% agree with Cardi. And, if children overhear what their parents are listening to, kids are a lot more receptive and smarter than we probably give them credit for. So I definitely think it's up to the adult in the house or in the vehicle. If you don't want your children to be exposed to something or hear something or question something that they hear, don't listen to it around them. Don't speak on it around them. Censor your vocabulary and your music. Bring Kids Bop back. I mean, that revamped the new hits, so it's
Kids Bop
kid-friendly.
is still around. Yeah, I went home for the holidays, and my 6-year-old cousin was totally rocking out to Kids Bop. So shout out to Kids Bop. They're still doing their thing. Yeah. Sosa, how do you feel about this?
I mean, I think it is on the parents, but I also think now it's harder than ever to accomplish that.
So hard.
Yeah. I think if you're gonna consciously fight that fight, which I encourage you to, you've got your work cut out for you. But it is possible. It's difficult. Parenting may be the hardest job in the world. Yeah. So good luck, guys.
Good luck. You know what? I remember a time, when I was growing up, if something came on TV and I was watching a movie with my mom and like randomly a sex scene popped up, or I was expected to put my hands over my eyes.
I still do that.
Still now, I am a grown ass woman, and if I'm watching an uncomfortable scene with my mom, I want to change the channel. But if she's, having fun watching it, what am I going to do? I got to sit there and kind of just clench it real tight and
tell her to cover her eyes.
Yeah.
Right. I should.
Do you ever hear songs now that you sang as a kid that were inappropriate and the lyrics were completely
Totally
wrong that
over my
you were
head.
singing?
Yeah.
It's like
even cartoons. Like now I watch certain Disney and
Yeah.
cartoons, and I'm like, what in the world were we watching?
Man.
But if you don't know it, as
or
a
what
kid,
were they producing?
What were they producing? Listen, we are not even 1 month into 2021, and we've had an all-out riot on Capitol Hill by Trump supporters and a shocking, jaw-dropping relationship scandal with Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, and a mystery man who allegedly was involved, not with Kim, but allegedly with Kanye. So, guys, listen. So, I'm going to say, I think we need an alleged, like just either a sign in here or some kind of, sound effect that says allegedly. I repeat, guys, allegedly, because, these are not the views of Morning Kiss, not the views of Perry Broadcasting or Kiss 105.3 FM. However, I am here to deliver the news to you and the trending topics of today. So that is my job, and I'm going to do it in the best way I can. So somebody, somehow Kanye, they might be heading for divorce, Sosa. I don't know. Were you expecting this?
Yeah.
that is
There's been
reply.
speculation, though, since he had his most recent mental breakdown.
All right, we're going to get to that.
Yeah.
So they may be heading for divorce because of an alleged relationship between Kanye and makeup and beauty guru Jeffery Star. So these three are in a sticky love triangle scandal, possibly leading them to divorce. And you know what? This story wasn't confirmed by any of the three, but rather by a TikTok star by the name of Ava Louise. The TikToker reported that Kanye had an affair on Kim with male beauty guru Jeffery Star, and this is why Kim wants a divorce. Like, this is like the last straw for her. She also went on to say Kanye's possible internalized homophobia is so sad. And you know what? Not until she said that, I was like, wait a minute. His interest in a lot of things that could be far out may lead people to believe that. But I just think he has a very genius and creative mind. Personally, that's how I feel about it. She said her friend is an attorney in LA and met with Kim about the divorce. Just to give Kim some advice and spill the tea on the couple's drama. So, you can't even trust attorneys nowadays. Geez, sheesh.
Right.
So Kim wants a divorce, and it's been rumored that she's on her way out, for quite some time now, especially since Kanye has been diagnosed with bipolar disorder. They've been in marriage counseling and totally live, separate lives. It's also been reported that allegedly Kim has known about the entanglements with Kanye and Jeffery Star, and she just can't take it anymore. But what's interesting is that Kim has made it very clear that she only gets into relationships for fame and attention. I don't think that's far from the truth. So, remember Chris Humphries? Do you remember that marriage that lasted for about 5 minutes?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So it's totally, she has a track record. That's all I'm saying. She definitely married Kanye when he was in the height of his career, and they grabbed every headline possible. They sat front row of every fashion show, and they basically were each other's accessories, if you kind of think about it. And now the downfall seems to have, began after Kanye's last manic episode where he spiraled out of control via rants on Twitter, and when he attempted to run for president. I still can't understand why he tried to do that. Anyway, guys, so do you believe this story at all? Do you think there's any truth to this?
I'm just going to say, me personally, I don't believe it.
You don't believe it? All right. Erica, do you believe this?
I just think it's someone, trying to put the pieces together. I mean, two people that lived in Calabasas are now, they have property in Wyoming in the same neighborhood. It's just coincidence, and I think it's fake news. In my opinion.
Are you on the side of the fence with Sosa?
Kanye doesn't seem like Jeffrey's type.
What is Jeffrey's type?
Or Jeffrey doesn't seem like Kanye's type.
I don't know.
He's
He's a makeup guru. He's a thin white man. I don't know.
He's thin. That's my point.
Okay, so
frail.
Honestly, I believe that there might be a Kanye smear campaign coming. So look at this timeline. E is now no longer carrying Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Right.
They're taking their business over to Hulu, and they need a storyline to make everybody watch.
Chris is behind this.
Listen, people say the devil works hard, but I believe that Kris Jenner works harder. Okay, so this is the perfect setup to, one, get Kim's exit, from this relationship that she seems to not be happy with, and two, this season premiere is going to be record. You mark my words. You heard it here first on Morning Kiss. It's going to be a record number 4 of the season premiere of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Everybody's tuning in.
You're checking out the Morning Kiss with Dominique Blake.
So much fun. No fighting.
Kiss 105.3 and 1340, where hip hop and R&B lives.